steps necessary to either register a new team or to reactivate a team or to join a team. What I wanted to ask is, how many people are here to start a brand new team? Your team has never existed. One. Okay, one. And how many people are here to learn how to promote an existing team already? So that's everybody else, basically. And are your teams already active online? Have you reactivated them? And you have?
No.
Need a no? You have no? Okay. So then we will look at how to reactivate a team while we're at it. So we'll go through all that. And feel free to ask any questions about this as we go along. So the very first step we want to go to is, since we have people who want to form a team, we'll start there. So just go to the home page and click on the button that says Form a Team. There you go. And we're going to have you join as a new participant. Very good. And we can either create or search for a team. Okay, so here we go. So we'll look for a team, and we're going to create a team that we absolutely know doesn't exist. So we'll go with Brother Rob Friends. And we could associate it with a company. If you have a corporate team, you can do that. You can find a current company, but there are none loaded right now. Or you can go over here to enter a company, and since you have a company, you put your corporate name right in there if you want to, but you don't have to. And then there is a suggested team goal, and the goal really represents the amount of money that people would pledge. It isn't the registration fees. It's if your team is going to commit to trying to raise money over and above the registration fees that they're going to contribute to the event. Right. So now we go on, second to right. Good, and then we're going to hit next step. And now what happens is, even though it's going to save the name of our new team, it needs you to sign up as a participant first before it can finish the process. So be prepared. This is where you will decide as a member of the team yourself and captain, are you going to be a runner or a walker? So we'll assume we won't have any children as captains. So we'll assume that you're going to be a walker, and you can leave in a personal pledge. If you want to pledge that you're going to try to raise $25 from your friends to support the event, that's great. If you want to make it $0, that's fine. If you want to make it larger, of course, that's great too. You also can do, instead of putting up a pledge, you can say instead that I would like to make an additional gift on top of my registration fee. This is a place where you can do that. If you were to do that, I'll show you what happens. You can choose to either make it an anonymous gift, or you can make it a gift that's going to be displayed publicly. And the place where it gets displayed publicly is right here. And so when you go to our homepage again, and you scroll down, you'll notice we have an honor roll already. We have an honor roll of the top teams that have come up with the most amount of pledges, not registration, but dollars that people have actually contributed to support the team over and above registration fees, and the top fundraisers. There goes Jessica and Sean and Terrence, Katie, all kinds of folks. And there's you can actually see a whole donor list there. So we'll go back over to our registration and go on with our process. So we're going to make our gift go away because this will not be a real person when we're done. So I'm going to go in here, and this is my old friend Testy. Often helps us. Only we're going to change that to a 2. Testy is a male. Testy lives here at the House of Peace. is a rather old laptop, so it takes a moment more. Wisconsin. 53205, actually. And so the program sees you by your unique identity. Your unique identity is your email address, more so than your name.
Right.
So in this case, my unique identity is going to be uw-milwaukee at yahoo.com. And then I'm going to put in a number. And then it's going to want your emergency contact. If you were to twist your ankle on the walk or the run, who should we call? So we'll call Testy 1. And their number is also, well, they can be, it's a great one. There we go. And then you can choose, you have a couple of choices here. I would like to be emailed when a gift is made on my behalf. You probably want that, because if your friends make a gift to support you, you probably want to be able to reach out and thank them for doing that. So that's how you know automatically. And then keep me logged in. You can do that, or you can choose not to be kept logged in, but basically as a team captain, that's fine to leave that on. And then we're going to be creating go to a participant center, and in the participant center, we're going to be working on what the team page looks like in the team URL. We're going to get all that, so you need a particular identity. So if you have a nickname at work, or just you want to use your own personal name, however you want to do that, you want to create something. So I can be Jogging Jim, that's a good identity for today. And I will create a password. This is a password to get into my center online if I want to use it. There we go. Like that. You have to pick your t-shirt size. Testy is large. And would you like to receive text on the day of? We never abuse this. We simply offer, and for a team captain this is important, if you put in your cell phone number on the day of the event only, we will send you alerts if something happens. So primarily what we use it for is to let you know when the race is going to start, when the awards are going to start, because some of your team members may already be walking around the Polish Fest grounds having a good time, and you may want to bring them back to see the awards. All of that is easy to do. Now, we've had an occasion where we had a lightning strike near the run, and the run was canceled one year. So, you know, having the ability to send out a quick text and tell people that, you know, we've had bad weather, or there's a traffic problem or something else, that's also real helpful to do. Again, we only use your texting information on the day of. Never before, never after. We don't share it, we don't sell it, we don't do anything else with it. So I'll go ahead and I'll put in my fake cell phone number, and we'll go to the next step. All right, and then it comes up with a waiver, like you would find at any run or walk, where they ask you to waive that, you know, if you twist your ankle or had a problem, you're not going to hold the city or Polish Fest or the Capuchins responsible. You click yes and go to next, and now you can see yourself already registered, and you can add a family member. So we're going to go back and we're going to add a family member as well, just so you can see. So this family member is going to be a runner. And now you don't have to add in all the information we did the first time as far as address, etc., because it knows that already, assumes this person lives with you. So this is Testy, Test Junior. Good. There we go. And Test Junior has the same email. Well, it's not even a requirement, so we'll just skip that. And we're going to go down here. And Testy Junior wears a youth medium. And because they're a runner, it wants to know their age. We don't ask this of walkers, only runners. We need an exact age, because awards are given based on what your age category is. Test Junior is a 12-year-old. and they don't need to receive texts. So we're going to say yes. They have to agree, or you can as their parent, to the waiver, and they're in. So now we've added ourself and our child, and we'll complete the registration of ourself and go forward and get going on working on our team identity. So now we're going to put in the credit card. Cool. Okay, so next what comes up is your splash page, your page that says thank you for registering for us. It shows you your what you paid for, gives you a tracking code, etc. And it says you can access your participant center, which is exactly what we want to do as we go forward with creating a team. Cool. Okay, so we're going to jump to the team page. And here's something right away. We're just going to hit view team page. So our team is called Brother Rob's Friends. And there is some text already there. This is information you can pass on, and you can use this page to promote team registration on the part of people in your church, at your company, whatever works for you. You also will get a team URL, and you can share that with people, and they can just look for, and the easiest thing, quite honestly, to register, when you want to share this is Brother Rob's Friends. If we go back here, and we look for Brother Rob, I'm not going to put anything else in. It hasn't yet added in there, but it's going to be coming in where it'll say Brother Rob's Friends. Maybe I have to be more. Do it again. Show up yet. And there it is. So Brother Rob's Friends, the team we just created, already exists online. And so all you really have to do is tell your friends at your company or at your church or wherever the name of the team, tell them to go to the home page and say search for the team name. That's the simplest way to do this. I'm going to show you what the participant center involves, but it gets rather technical rather quickly, and not everyone's interested in that or is comfortable doing that part of it. So you don't need that to be successful. And last year we had 2,600 people participate, more than half registered through teams. All the teams had captains like yourselves, and virtually everyone simply shared the name of their team via email with their friends or put it up on a sign at church or a bulletin board at work, and it worked just fine. I mean, there was a good 1,600 team members who very successfully got in to the event last year. So this is the simplest way to go, is just search for your folks. But if you're interested in this, I'm going to show you real briefly just a few things that it will do. What it allows you to do first is you can take your URL, you can change it to more completely represent a name that makes sense. So we might call this Brother, do that? Yeah. So now we've kind of personalized that URL. So we have a shortcut that, now you can just go ahead and copy that right there, copy over here, throw that in, boom, and it takes us right to that page, and we can donate now, or we can join now right from that page if we wanted to do that. But again, it's just as simple to go to the home page, search for your team name, it'll pop right up, and then they can do they have the exact same two options of joining now and donating now. So if we go back to the participant center, I'll just kind of finish up with explaining very briefly that there's some boilerplate text. You can change it, you put your team name in here, and it becomes a message that people will see on that participant page. So that is worth doing. The rest, it really depends on who you're doing this with and whether they're interested. The Brother Rob's Friends team, there you go. We will save that. You can add pictures. You can go to email. There are email templates. One thing I would suggest is if you look at the Join a Team template and hit preview, you can now copy this and put it into your own email program, the one that you're really comfortable working with, versus trying to email through our website. And that makes it much simpler for you. If you would like to use any of this boilerplate text, it's all right there for you. You should be able to grab all of that without a problem. So now we're going to talk a little bit about how to reactivate a team, because I know we have folks who want to reactivate a team. So were there any questions on forming a team? Was that reasonably clear? Okay, thank you. Good start.